Hey guys, welcome back. I'm playing on Crystal Caverns by Thothdj. Now, can you guess what, captured my attention with this map? Yeah, the shiny crystals. So, let's have a quick run around. Oh, nice. So, I think the main thing I'm going to be commenting on is the lighting, because so far these look amazing. I absolutely love these. But there's a lot of this map that is just, look, it's too bright, but we'll get round to that. Now I'm going to leave one of these guys alive, so I can have a good run around. Wow, that actually looks really nice, I think, but I still believe I shouldn't be able to see that. This? Oh, that's nice. The idea of this map is that Thothdj is mining minerals from this place, so I'm actually kind of expecting there to be lots of crates and shiny stuff around. Also, interesting Z spawn as well. Now look at the shadows. Now this is something I have to point out a bit. The thing about the floor is like the rocks that have been put on it, and you can see that the shadows kind of stretch all right on these larger ones here, but if I can get some of them to stand up here. Now that looks lovely, by the way, but it's hard to see, but I only notice it because I'm focusing on it. But there are bits here and there where the shadow kind of disappears for a bit, but I imagine it's actually really tricky to get correct shadows over all the gaps and stuff. The blood splatters, again, this is kind of the same issue here, is the blood splatters. If I can go and look at this one over here, you can see how it kind of cuts in half there. Well, not anymore, can I? Jeez, right. Get rid of your face. In fact, to tell you what, I'll just cut some more of these guys in half over here. Again, blood splatters is another complex one. So let's just see if I can get you guys to bleed everywhere. Right, but I'll quickly go back to this one while they're over here. Look how they just sort of cut in half here. That's another tricky thing to do, but when you're doing the splatter maps, do have a good look at that. Again, this is another interesting Z spawn area. I like these. I wonder if I can actually go in here. I'd like to check that out. Is it all blocked off? Now again, you've got some repeating textures on here that's actually quite easy to see, so consider that how this is a sort of inside cave. You can put all sorts of rocks here and there. And also more crates, for example. Like there's some crates over there, but you've got plenty of space but loads of crates on the walls. Also, it mentions in the description that Thothdj is mining through this place. So something to consider is there's no mining equipment here. I think that would be an interesting addition to the details if there was mining equipment here and there. Not necessarily just out here, but if you were doing mining in here, this sort of, I think it was described as a crypt. That would be a very interesting place to actually put the mining equipment. Like, where would it be stored? And also, if mercenaries were sent here, other than the trader, of course, where's their gear? When you've got lots of space along the walls to add extra textures and extra detail, I think when it comes to adding clutter, that's an amazing thing to put. Speaking of, that's pretty interesting. Hang on. Right, I don't want to kill all of them. Of course I get the running ones left, don't I? Right. You guys are fine. Just leave you as is. So this is why it's called a crypt. Interesting tombs and stuff here. What is that? It's just, okay, it's a very bright rock. Now this looks interesting. What's he looking at? Is there something on that shield? Hang on. Let me check this out. There's a book. Okay, I can't really see all the way around, but yeah, again, I think the only thing I can really say, I think the only things that really need improving on this map, because this is very nice. It's a nice small map, lots of lovely detail on the walls and stuff, is when you go inside the crypt, there's a lot of stuff that could be added that I've mentioned already. Like, oh, here's an example. Like, look, they've got a generator and a light here, which I can't destroy, but there's lots of equipment like this. There's no mining tools, though. I love this, by the way. I love this glowing mineral thing. I think that's the only thing I could say that needs adding to the crypt. I know you mentioned that in the description you wanted to increase the size. That's a great thing to do. If you've made like a map, what you've got so far, it's brilliant. I know I've criticised it quite a lot, but I think you can quite clearly see how nice this map looks, especially if it's one of your first maps. So let's get rid of this guy and let's go on to the next wave. I do have some more things to talk about. Just while I've got some time to talk about splatter maps, well, there's nothing here. This is what I was talking about before if you didn't manage to see it. This sort of stuff is difficult to fix. So if you actually post this map in the official Tripwire forums, you can actually ask other map makers for help on this sort of stuff. So that'd be useful. Also, while I've got the time, areas like this should be really dark. Because the thing is the only lighting in this place is that light over there and these crystals. Areas like this should be nice and bright, just like they are here. But if you look all the way up at the top here, that should be really dark. So have a good think about contrasting the lighting in the map. Other than that, I've not actually seen any pickups just yet. I do find sometimes that pickups just simply don't spawn in wave 1. I don't know why that is, but it's actually something I see a fair amount. Let's get rid of these guys. Let's see if anything else has spawned. Because one thing I do worry about with small maps is there's just way too much stuff that's available to pick up, but I don't know, maybe it's actually deliberate that there's nothing to pick up. Maybe that's part of the challenge. Oh, speaking of challenges, I don't get myself stuck in here, do I? I don't see anything yet though. Also, I'm noticing the sheen on the walls as well, I didn't notice that before. And specks of dust falling down? Is that supposed to be dust? That's an interesting thing. I didn't actually notice that before. Oh god. Oh, that's just disgusting. That still gets me, you know. Just having somebody vomit all over you. Jeez. But yeah, so far, the splatter maps everywhere else are really nice. It's just the odd rock that just needs improving on. I think doing something to hide the repeating textures would be nice, because it's done really well out here. Like, I don't see any repeating textures anywhere. Also this, can I actually break this? I can, yeah, okay, so destructible lighting, that's another good thing. I didn't manage to break it on any of the crystals though, but these are fancy magic crystals by the looks of it. That looks like a bit of rock. If it's supposed to be rock, you may want to think about having them fall faster. Just so I don't get my vision blocks again. There you go. Vomit that out your ass. When you're getting it in here too, so I'm guessing maybe it's supposed to be dust. But if it is actually... What's that? Oops, I didn't mean to throw that. Fortunately, it doesn't really do anything other than stun them. Is this made of the same rock? I think it is. Also, I like the detail on this. That's very nice. But yeah, if it's supposed to be rock, maybe have it fall a bit faster. Also, there's another idea for covering up the repeating textures, like have mounds of the stuff. Like, I imagine this crypt has been here for a very long time, so mounds of dust on the floor may be something you could think about. Either way, see you next wave. Like a moth, I'm kind of glued to the shininess here. Now, the trader arrows, completely fine, I've not seen any problems with those, although, to be honest, I think if you get lost on your way to the trader, you're probably doing something wrong with your brain. Because you can't get lost on this map. Although, to be fair, I think I've had a few occasions where I got a bit lost to the trader when it was right next to me, but well, let's not talk about that. Let's just pretend that didn't happen. There we go. So let's just rush along to the boss. I think I've said all I need to say on this map. I've still not seen any pickups though. I don't want to criticise it too much because making maps more challenging is something that people do by removing pickups. So it's quite possible they're not supposed to be on this map. So I won't say too much about it. I actually don't mind if some maps don't have pickups on them, because again I think it's part of the challenge. It is nice every now and then to actually find some pickups, but you don't have to. Alright. Let's fuck this guy up. There we go. Okay, I've got a Scrake on me. He's just very calm, isn't he? That's the thing about Scrakes. It's like he's watched me just completely obliterate all of his buddies, and only now he's like, you know what? I might hit you a couple of times. Oh shit, he dodged that one. Okay. This guy's going to be a bit of a challenge, is he? Come on. I don't block very often. I should really learn to block. Ow. Maybe that's why I don't bother. Let's just smash him, shall we? See you next wave. So, blue is my favourite colour, and I thought, why don't I try some mining? Oh, come on. I want the blue ones. God damn it. You can't win these days, can you? Okay. Last wave. I did my best. Like I figured maybe I could just escape with some of these minerals after I've cleared these guys out. I guess not. Boom. There we go. Aim for the backpacks. I'm actually kind of glad that doesn't just wreck your health. Can't see anything. I think I got him. Where is he? Okay, he's dead. Nice. I know some people do ask why I play on normal and short. I said because it's a map review. I wanted to show you something fancy to play on a higher difficulty. I only play on the higher difficulties when I'm actually playing multiplayer. Tell you what. So we can get his buddy as well. There we go. Okay. I see your game. I'm blocking so slow. There we go. Last one. Shut your face. Can I just say, this would be an amazing map for Endless Mode. I mean, look at it. Just having Zed spewing from everywhere would be brilliant. Also, I'm kind of hoping the boss actually spawns over there. So I don't think I've seen any Zeds jump out of it. So let's see. What's he standing on? Okay. Where is he? Is that here somewhere? Oh, okay, he spawns up there. Yeah, that works. I don't have any guns, so you and me, mano a mano. Oh god. I've not actually seen him do that before, but then again, when was the last time I fought this guy as a berserker? I don't actually know. I just don't want him to actually start shooting the shit out of me, because that'd be bad. Come here. It doesn't nullify a shield, okay. Ah, I didn't get my block up in time. I don't actually know if you can block that. But I will continue to try. Oh. Oh, now you'll try to kill me. Okay, so what was that shit before? Because it was working. Oh, I got my block up in time. You're in the way. I should really have had Skirmish to put on for this boss. I always forget to change my perks to something better for boss time. Oh god. I missed. The plus side, I think his grenades hurt his Zeds, so I'll have to try and use that to our advantage. Oh shit. Right, let's just recharge myself. Come on. Shields up. I get health for killing those guys, so that's something. Speaking of, let's keep myself topped up. Oh shit. There's a stalker in front of me. Nice, that's what we need. Okay, I'm gonna have to save my... Oh shit, don't grab me again. Don't you dare. As I say, I can actually save my ammo for knocking his shield off. Shit! Oh, he went for it that time. Fuck you. How does your face feel after that one? Right, I want to try and make sure this is as filled up as I can, because I may need to go swinging for him. DNA. How did I miss that one? Oh wow, he just ploughed straight through the guy. Oh shit, my health is getting low. Alright, this is it. Thanks for watching, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.